This controversial 90-day Fiancé star's green card got cancelled. Will they be forced to leave US? In the world of 90-day Fiancé, love, drama, and immigration are often intertwined. But for one controversial cast member, things have taken a dramatic turn. Reports are surfacing that their green card has been cancelled, raising serious questions about their future in the United States. So what exactly happened? And more importantly, will they be forced to leave the US? Let's break it all down. The star in question is none other than David Murphey, a well-known and polarizing figure from the 90-day Fiancé franchise. David first gained attention when he appeared on Season 6 of 90-day Fiancé, before the 90 days. His relationship with Annie Suwan quickly became a fan favorite, or rather, a fan debate. From the start, viewers were divided. Some supported David and Annie's whirlwind romance, while others questioned the authenticity of their relationship. David, who was in his late 40s at the time, faced criticism for his age gap with Annie, who was just 21 when they met. Additionally, there were concerns about power dynamics, cultural differences, and whether the relationship was genuine or staged for the cameras. Despite the controversy, David and Annie continued their journey together. In fact, they got married, which should have paved the way for Annie to obtain permanent residency in the US through a spousal visa. Under US immigration law, when a US citizen marries a foreign national, the spouse can apply for a green card, permanent residency. The process typically involves several steps. 1. Filing Form I-130 petition for alien relative. 2. Adjustment of status or consular processing, depending on where the couple resides. 3. Conditional green card issued if the marriage is less than 2 years old at the time of approval. 4. Removal of conditions. After 2 years, the couple must jointly file to remove the conditions on the green card. If everything goes smoothly, the foreign spouse becomes a lawful permanent resident. However, if something goes wrong, like a divorce or fraud investigation, the green card can be revoked or cancelled. David and Annie's relationship didn't last. Not long after their wedding, cracks began to show. Tensions rose due to cultural misunderstandings, financial issues, and personal conflicts. Eventually, the couple separated. Annie later filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. This development raised red flags because Annie had only recently received her conditional green card based on her marriage to David. When a couple divorces before the conditions are removed from a green card, it can jeopardize the foreign spouse's immigration status. In some cases, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, may investigate whether the marriage was entered into in good faith or if it was fraudulent. Recent updates suggest that Annie's conditional green card has been officially cancelled by USCIS. According to sources close to the situation, USCIS initiated an investigation into the legitimacy of the marriage after learning about the divorce. During this process, Annie reportedly failed to provide sufficient evidence that the marriage was bona fide. As a result, USCIS decided to revoke the green card, leaving Annie without legal status in the U.S. This means she is now subject to deportation unless she finds another legal way to remain in the country. Now that her green card has been cancelled, Annie faces an uncertain future. Here are a few possibilities. 1. Appeal the decision. Annie can appeal the cancellation within a certain time frame. However, appeals require strong legal arguments and supporting documentation. 2. Leave the U.S. voluntarily. If no appeal is filed or if it's denied, Annie could face deportation proceedings. Voluntary departure allows her to leave the U.S. without a formal removal order, which could help avoid future immigration bans. 3. Find another sponsor or marry again while possible. This route comes with risks and scrutiny, especially after a previous marriage ended in divorce and led to a green card revocation. 4. Apply for asylum or other relief. If Annie qualifies under specific humanitarian grounds, she might explore alternative paths to stay legally. However, these options are limited and difficult to prove. 5. Overstay visa and become undocumented. This is not advisable and would put her at risk of being detained or banned from re-entering the U.S. in the future. As expected, fans of 90-Day Fiancé have been buzzing about the news. Social media platforms like Reddit, Twitter, and Instagram are filled with reactions ranging from sympathy to skepticism. Some fans believe Annie manipulated the system for fame and a chance to live in the US, while others argue that the marriage was real but simply didn't work out, something that happens in real life. There's also speculation about whether David played any role in reporting the divorce to USCIS or if the agency discovered the separation independently during a routine check. Immigration attorney Lisa Chen, who specializes in marriage-based visas, weighed in on the situation. When a conditional green card is revoked due to divorce, it doesn't automatically mean the person has to leave, Chen explained. But it does make it much harder. The burden shifts back to the immigrant to prove the marriage was legitimate. She added, unfortunately, many people don't realize how serious the consequences are when entering into a marriage for immigration purposes. Even if the marriage starts off genuine, a quick divorce raises suspicion. Chen also warned against using reality TV relationships as a shortcut to residency. These relationships are public, scrutinized, and often lack the depth needed to withstand a government investigation. At the time of writing, Annie has not made a public statement about the cancellation of her green card. She has remained relatively quiet on social media, posting occasional updates but avoiding direct discussion of her immigration status. Some reports indicate that she may still be in the US, possibly consulting with immigration lawyers to explore her options. Others claim she has already returned to Thailand, though there's no official confirmation. David, on the other hand, has spoken out briefly in interviews. He stated that he's focused on moving forward and helping raise awareness about the risks involved in international marriages. "I never wanted this outcome," David said. "I hope people learn from our story that love isn't always enough, especially when immigration is involved." Annie's case raises broader questions about the ethics and realities of showcasing immigration journeys on television. While *90-day Fiancé* provides entertainment, it also highlights the complexities and consequences of cross-border relationships.